All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about multi-step equations. It's only a little bit more challenging than the ones you were doing previously. And specifically, we're going to talk about ones that require you to use either like distributive property and or collect like terms, okay? So just quick recap of distributive property. But that's whenever you have like a number outside of a parentheses. And let's say you have some terms inside like 2x minus 3y. Distributive property means you take this outside term and you multiply it to everything on the inside. Okay. Sometimes they could write that multiplication term on the right side of the parentheses, but typically it's in the front. So you'd multiply it out, and you go 4 times 2 would give you 8x, and then 4 times negative 3 would give you negative 12y. Okay. That's what distributive property means. You take the number on the outside, you multiply it to everything that applies on the inside. When we talk about collecting like terms, remember those are like when you have different types of terms, such as, let's say I give you 3x power of 3 minus 2 plus 4x squared plus x minus x power of 3 plus 4. Now looking at this is a mess, right? So the idea of collecting like terms is that terms that share the same degree go together. By degree, I mean like exponent. So typically, it's easier to start off with the highest powers. So anything with a power of 3 goes together. So this term goes together with, oh, sorry, not that one. It goes together with this one. Okay, so we can go 3x power of 3 minus 1x power of 3, and that would give you 2x power of 3. And then you just keep going to the next highest. The next highest one would be the power of 2. So we have 4x power of 2. Now it's by itself, so there's nothing really to combine it with. So we can just write it out next to it. So we have plus 4x power of 2. Okay, after that, we go with x's. We only have one of those as well. So that one go next. So plus x. And then the numbers that are by themselves, those always go last. Okay, so we have a negative 2 and a positive 4. Okay, remember you can think of it like you have $4 and you're spending 2 of it. So the leftovers, you get plus 2. Okay, all right, so we're taking these two ideas and we're putting them into an equation, right? So it's a little bit more work from the previous questions we did in the last video. All right, so if I give you an example, let's say the question was negative 12 equals 2 plus 5x plus 2x. Again, not a super terribly difficult question, but you do have to combine like terms before you can do anything else, right? So you look at both sides. Look at the left side, only has a negative 12. Nothing you can really do there. But on the right side, it does have two x terms. So we can combine these before we do anything else. Okay? So we can combine those on the right side, 5x plus 2x. When they're on the same side like that, we just add them to, we just combine them as they are. We don't do opposites. We only do opposites when they go from one side to the other side. So 5x plus 2x gives us, gives us 7x. And anything that did not change, make sure you bring that down. So we still have a 2, and we still have that negative 12. Now we're down to the basic two-step equation, which we were working with in the last video, right? So from here, you can get rid of the 2. It says it's positive 2, so we're going to subtract. Okay, those are 0 paired out. Bring down leftovers, so we bring down that 7x. Negative 12 minus 2, think of it like, remember, you owe somebody $12, or you spent $12, and then you're spending another $2. So total, you spent $14. And then last step, you can get rid of that 7 by dividing. So we get the answer of x is equal to negative 2. Okay, so that's an example of when you have to combine like terms to start off with. Okay, a little bit more challenging of a question. I'm going to scroll down a bit. Again, if I'm going too fast, the nice thing about being a video is you can always pause and rewind. Okay, a little bit more challenging. So I give you this question. 6 plus 5 parentheses m plus 1 equals 26. Okay, so again, the first thing that should stand out is you have a distribution in here. So we have to take care of that first. So we're going to take this positive 5 and we're going to multiply it to everything on the inside. But notice that the 6 is not involved in this, right? The 6 is just kind of hanging out by itself, so we're going to leave it alone. Just bring that 6 down. And multiply the 5 out. 5 times m gives you 5m. It's positive, so we can put a plus sign in between those. And 5 times 1 is 5. And we didn't do anything with that 26, so bring it straight down. At this point, now you should notice that there's terms that we can combine in here. Right, so on the left-hand side, before moving on, we can then combine the whole numbers. Okay, so 6 plus 5, we can add those together to make 11. So we didn't do anything with the 5 yet, so the 5m, so bring that down. But those two we combined to make 11. Bring down the 26. Now we're back to our usual, right? So to get rid of that 11, you can subtract. Leftovers, you get 5m is equal to 15. And last but not least, you can get rid of that 5 by dividing. Okay, so overall these questions do have a lot more steps, but the idea is the same, right? Move things around by doing opposites. Just requires you to do a little bit more work ahead of time. Always keep an eye out for those distributions, and whenever you can combine like terms, make sure you do so, okay? All right, I do want you guys to try one question on your own. And like always, make sure you guys are actually trying it. Pause the video in between. Don't be afraid to get it wrong, because you can always go back and fix it, okay? All right, so the one I would like you guys to try is 2 parentheses x minus 1 plus 3x equals 3. Okay, go ahead and pause the video at this point. Try it on your own. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And then when you're ready to check your answer, go ahead and press play again.